So I was just doing my podcast, and the honey trap. Sorry, it's like really warm. The honey trap actually came up. I was explaining everything I was had been through. So yeah, I didn't even know what the heck it was. The honey trap, the love bombing, and then the breadcrumbing. Ultimately, there's the love bombing. It's a love scam. Love bomb you, breadcrumb you, emotionally abuse you, until you break down enough. And then if you don't break down and you take the time to sit back and kind of watch what's really going on, they harass and stalk and black magic and gang stalk and defame you online and send all sorts of magic your way. And then physically have people just or send illusions and ultimately though, the honey trap. Somebody comes up to you and say, I love you, blah, 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 really, really quickly. I want to get married. You're the best, blah. Especially if they've been your friend for 16 years. And the only thing that they've done for 16 years, before that, 15 years, was be non-committal. So that should have been my first sign. I'm at peace with what I missed here, signs. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't miss the signs. It could be life or death. Truthfully. If somebody comes in real quick, they want to be in a relationship. They want to be, I guess this dude played the long game. We were friends for 16 years. He waited till year 16 to betray me. Or maybe, well, actually, I guess he betrayed me before that because he was running my name through the dirt before that. I just wasn't aware. So, but with that, my whole point to this is, be mindful. If you need to step back, step back. I wish I noticed sooner. It's emotional abuse, breadcrumbing you, pulling back their energy, and while you're giving everything, and it's intentional. It's on purpose. It could be life or death. Those are the signs. So if your brain is cloudy, you're not thinking the way that you normally would be thinking. Step back. Take a step back. Assess the situation. Step away. In my case, I stepped away and I was like, God, what is happening? I'm going to tell you, Lord God showed me. But, yeah, it's a cold world. And when your heart is pure and you're just loving and you're sweet. And I've always been taken as naive. Now, I'm not naive. I'm 44. Life has happened. Life has happened throughout me. You know what I mean? Like, how did I get to 44? If I was completely naive. But I'll tell you one thing. In that situation, I was a little naive. But, sometimes they'll send in people And sometimes those people have no problem betraying you. That's the world we live in. And that says more about that person than it does us. So don't ever feel guilty for that. I'm just telling you the signs to look for. As far as the honey trap, because that's the entry point. And I let it go on for too long. And then people were gang stalking me, defaming me, freaking playing on my phone, trying to hack my stuff. All sorts of nonsense. You got black magic. Not to mention, it is a matter of life and death. Truth be told, it could be a matter of life and death. And so if you see that, just stop and pull yourself back. And literally take a minute to assess the situation. Just step back and watch. Because you already know these karmics are going to keep going. They don't know how to stop. So if you need to pull yourself out of a situation, you do that unapologetically. And like I said, archangels, overall good people, empaths. We're targets. We've been targeted. Shit, I've been targeted my whole life. Just for having a good heart. People think I'm weak. I mean, listen, I'm not a fucking pushover. But I used to be. I used to be a people pleaser. And I guess initially that makes me, I guess that puts me in the category of being, I was vulnerable, because I just went into things with an open heart. Now it's hard. I guarded I'm more guarded, more careful, obviously, now. But I'm not going to turn into these people. I have no desire to be like that. Greedy, vindictive, mean, nasty. I'm still going to be the loving me that I am. I'm still going to love the next person. I'm still going to talk to the random person at the store. I'm just going to be more discerning. And I'm going to look for signs ahead of time. And if that shit starts happening, I'm out of there. The first sign of it, Now we know better. But there's maybe somebody out there who doesn't. So I really am, I'm still going through. It's emotional abuse. It's narcissistic abuse. And a narcissist will really go around and tell everybody that you're the freaking problem. And so you've got like the Salem witch trials happening, you've got the team bullying. You've got and they're like, oh, I don't know why people believe on narcissists so much. Like, oh yeah. I personally just need to be able, like, I need to see somebody and I need to see the actions first, but I guess, whatever. To believe something. I gotta see it to believe it. I will never follow blindly behind somebody with pitchforks. But, I mean, think back to the Salem witch trials. I guess that's mob mentality. But it's it could be bigger than that. It was bigger than that for me. Dude, it was life or death. Like, people stalking me in the 3D. People attacking me in the 5D. You have the emotional abuse over here. Even when I sleep, people were attacking me. There was no rest. Attacking my finances, attacking my love life, attacking everything in my life to make my day harder. Physically, in the 3D and in the 5D. It was life or death. Not to mention the betrayal from my friend of 16 years. But yeah, listen, I'll tell you one thing, Lord God got me. I could sit in a room alone and know that I'm never alone. And I got God. You know what I'm saying? He showed me what it was. But I am saying, as a disclaimer, seriously, I laugh, I joke a lot. As a disclaimer, if you see the signs of that, the love bombing, the breadcrumbing, pull away. Step away. What I did was I stepped away and I just sat and looked. And was like, okay, my brain is scrambled. And you need to pull away for mental health reasons. That shit is mentally exhausting. It's important. So if you see the signs, and it really is a disclaimer, if you see the signs, if you see that happening within your own world, it could be a matter of life and death. It's bigger than their ego. I mean, that's where it starts, with the ego. Let's just be honest. But sometimes it's bigger than their ego. And there's an end game, and it's nasty. They're out to unalive you. So if that is happening to you, if you feel like that could be happening to you, if you enter in a new relationship and they start breadcrumbing you, or they start love bombing you and then pulling away, please just take a minute, step back, and assess the situation. Take some time away. I took some time away and I prayed to God. And it was informal. I was like, God, what the hell's going on here? He was like, let me show you. I'm thankful and I'm grateful every day. I really am. But this is just a cautionary tale. Just the FYI is just to be careful. I wouldn't want anybody to go through that for as long as I have. I pray that nobody goes through that at all. There's no reason to emotionally abuse another person. And there's no excuse for it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't. Yeah, I grew up in a house, and I'm going to be really honest. There's a lot of this on my podcast too, but that's fine. I grew up in a household where I never saw really a healthy dynamic, a healthy relationship dynamic. So I didn't know any better. Not an excuse. And I'm not blaming myself for anything. I went in completely innocent. And with open arms and with an open heart. And I still have an open heart. I'm not going to be mean like these people. I'm not out to hurt somebody maliciously or purposely. I'm not doing that. They don't win. They don't win. If I do that, they win. And honestly, it's never a competition. It was never a competition for me. I come to find out that I was in competition with somebody else, or somebody else was in competition with me. For me, it was never a competition. I'm literally just sitting over here like, dude, what just happened? Alone, isolated. That's all part of it. I want you alone, isolated, brokenhearted. Figuring it out now. But I'm telling you, that little honey trap, that's the start. If you cut it there, you're less likely to have the mental, you're less likely to go through more of the mental abuse. And you're going to pull away quicker. If it's real love, you don't have to fight for it. Pat Benatar was wrong. Love is not a battlefield. Nor should it be. Because if you can't trust your partner, if you can't feel safe with the person you're with, what is the point? Yeah. So, again, listen, I'm good now, but I just want to prevent other people from falling into that trap. There's some really nasty people out here. Some really nasty cults, covens. I'm praying for the world. But I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot of good people out here, too. There really is. I am thankful for God for helping me through that, literally. Yeah. And, at one point, I felt like I was being attacked all over. Even in my own house, my own family members were nasty to me, you know? And then not realizing that my friend of 16 years, one, didn't love me the way he said he did, clearly. Betrayed me and left me for dead. I hope that doesn't get pulled from from YouTube for that reason. And, so yeah, that's the honey trap. Warning signs: breadcrumbing, love bombing. Let's see. Emotional abuse, even while subtle. The subtleties. I'm telling you, it could save you a lot of time and headache. Save you a lot of stress. And it could save your life. So look out for those signs. It's important. If you see those, step back. And I'm stubborn. I laugh now. It's not a laughing matter. Literally, it was life or death. But I laugh now. But it's not a laughing matter. Step back. And I was stubborn, and I was just like, what the heck's going on? I gotta figure that out, I gotta figure out what's going on. And, my loyalty, is a beautiful thing, but it's also something that made me deal with too much crap for too long. Keep your boundaries up. Put your boundaries up. And if somebody doesn't respect your boundaries, they're not your person. Just saying. But those are the signs. Be careful. And literally, just be safe. Until next time.